Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture on Unix programming. I am Professor Bharti Kale, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, AITM. Today we will discuss about some of the commands which are related to directory. The first command is pwd, that is print working directory command. So Unix will encourage us to believe that a user is placed in a specific directory of the file system on logging in. Whenever we are going to log into the system, the Unix operating system, it is going to place us in the user directory. We can move around from one directory to the another, but any point of time we are located in only one directory. So that directory is known as our current directory. So at any time we are able to know what our current directory is. So to know the current working directory, here we are going to use the command that is pwd. It is going to print the path of the working directory which is starting from the root. pwd is built-in shell command, or you can say actually it is present in the /bin/pwd file there, and this is the syntax where the command, it will start with the pwd and followed with the options. It has the two options. The first one is the L, which is going to print the symbolic path, and the P, it is going to print the actual path. We'll see the execution. So just I have to type the pwd here. So currently I am working in /home/user directory. So to know the current working directory, we can use the command that is pwd. Then next command is mkdir, that is make directories. It allows the user to create the directories here. This command can create the multiple directories at once, as well as set of permissions for the directories. The syntax will be mkdir, options, and the directory list we can give here. And the option, with the option -v, directly we can specify the path here, so that those directories will be get created. The system may refuse to create a directory due to some reasons. The first one will be the directory already exists. There may be an ordinary file by the same name in the current directory. You are trying to create a directory, but with that same name already one file has been created in the current directory. That time we are not able to create any directories. The permission set for that current directory don't permit the creation of files and the directories by the user. There will be a situation that the user cannot have any permissions to create any other files in your current working directory. So in these three cases, the system, it may refuse to create a new directory in your working directory. So just here mkdir, I am going to create one file with the name patch. So see here, cannot create a directory patch because file is already created here. So I will say patch11. So here I have created the file. How to list the directories in the file? Just I have to use the ls command. So just here patch11 has been created here. Then even it is possible to create a number of subdirectories with the single mkdir command. So mkdir pis is my directory. So in that patch12, patch13, patch14. So see here, here it is going to prompt the message that created the directory patch 12, created the directory patch 13, created the directory patch 14. Just I will list the number of directories here. See, patch 12, 13 and 14 will be created here. Even it is possible to create the directories and the subdirectories will be created here. mkdir, pis will be there, progs and pis/data. So see here, the main folder PIS will be created. So just I will enter into the PIS, then I will say ls. So here PIS, it is consist of two other subdirectories, that is data and progs. Okay. Then the next directory is rmdir, to remove a directory. rmdir command is used to remove empty directories from the file system in a Linux. The rmdir command, it is going to remove each and every directory which has been specified in the command line only if those directories are empty here. Just we will see the syntax. See, rmdir, the options are -p, then -v, verbose is there, ignore fail on non-empty, and the list of directories. We will see each option here. rmdir, then -p. In this option, each of the directory argument is treated as a path name of which all the components will be removed if they are already empty starting from the last component. It is similar to our delete option in the Windows operating system. Then next is rmdir -v, or the verbose is there. This option, it is going to display the verbose information for every directory being processed. Means it is going to prompt the user that this directory has been deleted. Such message will be prompted there. Then rmdir ignore fail on a non-empty. Normally, whenever the rmdir is being instructed to remove a non-empty directory, it simply report an error. It will say that the directory is not empty, so you cannot delete that directory. But this option, it is going to consist of all those error messages, and it will not display that message directly. It will prompt to the new option there. rmdir version is there. This option is used to display the version information and it will exit. Okay, first we will check which all folders are there. So here we have the directories patch 11, 13, then PIS is there, patch 1, 12 and 14 are there. Okay, first I want to remove the directory patch. So check it here. See, previously patch directory was there, but after executing rmdir patch, that directory is not present. Means that directory will be get removed there. Then even it is possible to remove the number of directories or the subdirectories from the file. Data, then PIS, PROGS, then PIS is there. Okay, so just see here how I have given the path name here. Okay, in the reverse direction I have given the path name. As we know that in the PIS directory already two subdirectories has been present, data and the PROGS. So if I want to remove the PIS directory, first what I have to do here, I have to make it empty. So first I am going to delete the data, then I am going to delete the PROGS directory, and at the end I am going to delete the PIS here. Okay, if your directory is going to contain any subfolders, in that case your RMDIR, it is going to give the option, it is going to give the error message there. Okay. Then the next command is CD command. CD is, it is for change the directory. The syntax will be here, you have to specify the CD command and the directory name directly, or the path you can specify here. To move inside the subdirectory, okay, different options we have to use. The first one is CD with the front slash. This command is used to change the directory to the root directory. If I am working in some current directory, I just want to move from current working directory to the root directory. In that case, I have to just type CD front slash. The root directory is the first directory in our file system hierarchy. Then if I want to move to the particular directory, then that complete path I have to give here. See here, CD directory 1 for front slash, then directory 2 and the directory 3. Here I have to specify that particular path name. This command will be used to move the inside a directory from the directory there. Then to move inside a subdirectory, okay, same CD tilde will be there. This command is used to change the directory to the home directory. Then CD is there. Even this command, it is going to work similar to our CD with the tilde option. Then CD with the 2 dots. This command, it will be used to move to the parent directory of the current directory, or the directory one level up from the current directory. Here double dot, it is going to represent the parent directory. Then even from directly specifying the directory name, we can move to that particular directory there. So just I am going to say that clear. I want to clear the screen. First I will check in which directory I am there. So now I am in home and user is there. I will say CD PROGS. Whether that file is there? No, that file is not there. So I will do one thing. I will go for patch 1. So CD PATCH. So patch 1, and now I will say PWD. Now check it. Initially I was in home and user folder. Now I have used the CD with the directory name. Then I have checked the current working directory. Now I am in home, user and the patch 1 directory. Understood? Now I want to move to the /bin. So directly I will specify CD /bin, then PWD. See here, directly I came out from the home, user, patch 1. Then I moved to the /bin directory. Okay. Then I want to go to the home and user directory. So complete path I have to specify here, CD, home and the user. Then just check here. So now what I have done, from bin directory to now I have entered into the home/user directory here. Okay. Now I want to enter into the patch 1. Once again I will enter into the patch 1 PWD. So now I am in home, user and the patch 1. So in the previous case, what I have done, to come out from the patch 1, I have just written the dot there. So without specifying that, I can come out from the current working directory. See here, I have not specified any patch 1 or nothing, just I have written the CD. So previously I was in patch 1 directory, now I am in home/user. So one level up I have came here. If I am going to use the double dots, so double dot is there. So see here, one level up. So now I am only in the home folder. Okay. Let me clear this. Now I want to enter into the user. So just I will be in the user. sorry. Okay. Then next is cat command, that is concatenate the command. Here it will be used for displaying and creating the files. For display and creation of the file, we are going to use the cat command here. Even it is going to read the data from the file and give that data as an output to our terminal. So main purpose of using cat command is to displaying and creating the files. It is going to read the data from the file and gives their contents as a output to the terminal. It will help us to create, view and concatenate the files. Even it is going to create a file, we are able to see the contents of the file. Even we are able to concatenate, means join the two file contents here. Okay, the syntax will be cat command, then options, then the files. The first operation which we are going to perform on the cat command will be to view a single file. Just I want to display the contents of the file. So in that case, what I have to write here? Cat, then the specify the name, file name which you want to display on your terminal. Then next, to view the multiple files. At a time, if you want to display the multiple file contents, then you have to specify those files here. See, file 1 and the file 2. Then next, to view the contents of the file which has been preceding with the line number. Here it is going to display the contents of the file as it is. But while displaying, just I want to do some formatting. I want to display the number, serial number for each line. In that case, just you have to use the option, that is N is there. N option you have to use. Then next is create a new file. What is the other purpose of using the cat folder, cat command here? We can create a new file also. So while creating the new file, just you have to use this symbol, that is greater than symbol will be used, and with that you have to specify the new file name. So it is going to create a new file there. Okay, copy the contents of one file to the another file. Even it is possible to create a copy the contents from one file to the another file. See here, cat file, the first file from which the data has to be copied, that file name you have to specify here, then greater than symbol, and to which file, the destination file you have to give here. Then the cat command can suppress the repeated empty lines in the output. If you are going to use the option yes, so if any repeated empty lines are present in your file, those lines will be suppressed here. We will see with an example. Okay, so cat ABC, just I will say whether this file is there. No such file is there. So cat ABC, the contents will be I will say VI ABC. So here I will write hello, welcome to AITM. This is online video lecture on Unix programming. Okay, just save and exit. Okay, so cat, I will say ABC. See here, whatever the things I have written in the ABC file, those will be displayed here. Okay, now I want to copy the contents from this file to the another. So cat, here I have to specify the source file and then to which file I have to see. Why this thing has been happened? Because there is no file with the name ABC1. So first I have to create the file with the abc1. Just I am going to make it empty. Okay, now we'll execute the same command, cat abc and the abc1. See, it is going to display the contents of abc as well as the contents of abc1. Okay, so here I will say that hello, welcome to AITM. How are you? Okay, Control Z. Okay, now I will say ABC. What I am doing here? Just in the ABC2, what ABC1, what happened? That file was empty. But here I want to display the contents of ABC as well as ABC3. So see here in the ABC, what happened? What all things was there? Hello, welcome to AITM. This is online video lecture on Unix programming. Whereas the ABC3, hello, welcome to AITM, how are you? So both the file content has been displayed here. Okay, now I want to copy the contents from one file to the another. We know that ABC, see here, cat ABC1 is empty. It does not contain any data. Just I want to copy the contents of ABC to the ABC1. So ABC1 is there. Okay, now I will display that ABC1 contents. So see here, ABC, it have the contents as hello, welcome to AITM. This is an online video lecture on Unix programming. So same thing has been copied into the ABC1. Okay, now another thing what I have told, whenever you are going to display, if I want to give the line numbers, so which option I have to use? Minus n. So ABC, ABC1, ABC3. Okay, here I am displaying all three files data here. Okay, so here see, hello, welcome to first ABC file was there, so content of ABC file ABC file will be displayed, then ABC1, then ABC3, and the numbers will be given there. Okay, then next last option is cat minus s, then ABC3, and with that I want to display the number also. So we know that when we are able to combine the contents. So see here in the ABC3, what happened? 3 empty lines were there. 2 empty lines were, see, 3, 4 and 5 is there. But here see, minus s option, it is going to remove the empty lines here. So that can be done by using the minus s option. Okay, I hope you all have understood the commands which are related to the directory. Just we will summarize once. Today we have seen the commands which are related to the directory. The first command which we have seen is pwd. So to check our current working directory, we will use the pwd command. Then we have seen the making directory files, that is mkdir. So by using this command we are able to create the directories. Then rmdir is there. To remove the directory we are going to use the rmdir. Then the next command was cd, that is change directory. If I want to move from one directory to the another, the cd command will be used. And at the end we have seen the cat command, which will be used for displaying the contents of file on our terminal. Thank you.